Härligt. Nu kör vi. My name is Ahmet Sezer. I'm a senior lecturer at Halmstad University, working at the School of Business, Innovation and Sustainability, educating civil engineers. The research will be about digitalization index for construction industry, how we can measure digitalization at the construction industry, at the construction projects in a simple way. And the idea is to collect as much data, build a web-based platform, a web page basically, so that we can actually introduce a simple way for people to go there to measure their digitalization level for their construction projects. And then get feedback, customized report on that. And that's the whole idea with the project in a simple way. The connection to the campus.varberg is that there are several educations here that I found very interesting, and I know it's very nice to bring some cases, real-life cases to these kind of courses. And the idea is to get help from students here to see what they suggest with the web design, for example, when it comes to this web page that we plan to establish. Also how we can market this web page, how can we apply, for example, UX design principles into these and so on. The construction industry for a very long time has been accused of having bad levels of digitalization. I think part of this is a measurement error. The reason that I think so is because in construction industry we work project-based. Projects are our factories where we produce things. But if you look at those claims, you see that they are based on a few observations or they are based on measurements at different levels. So the idea is that if we can actually come up with a measurement method for project level in a simple way, we can collect lots of data and then we can actually say that, yeah, it's true, digitalization is bad in construction projects. And then we can start thinking about how we can improve this further, improve construction productivity, make it more sustainable and such. When we start collecting this type of data in a web page, for example, that is measured once, but it's not measured once, it will be on for a while, so it will be a longitudinal data collection. And this continuous data can be used in education to inform students. This is where things are happening, this is where we are bad in the construction industry and we should improve further, but also for research purposes, because this kind of data can help researchers to inform and also research further and say that we should improve these aspects. Because without measuring it correctly, we cannot say where we should do the improvements. Then I also think that for the industry, we can then say that these are the things that we need in the construction industry because we measured it and we checked it instead of going blindly and coming up with some technologies that are maybe not accepted by the industry. I think the main reason that I love research is because it gives you a place where you can actually meet other people who are interested in the same questions. And then when you meet them in a network, you start to hear lots of different perspectives and you start to question yourself, am I on the right track? Or this is a very interesting perspective too and such. And I think this is one of the interesting parts with research, that it forces me to keep myself updated, that I have to read the relevant literature, the current praxis, what is happening in the world, what is the innovations and such. But at the same time, it also helps me to be in a network where I'm actually being contested, questioned, but also getting help and lots of good ideas and lots of news as well.